This is the Eyeball on our changing world. I'll be right back. Please stay with me. Balancing a career with the responsibilities of childcare is always challenging. And here we have Jasmine, who is a university teacher and stepmom to two teenagers, find herself in a difficult situation. Her husband's ex-wife asks her to teach their children French after work. But Jasmine refused to do it, and she refused to do it for free. And so the situation looked, or rather, it took an unexpected turn when Jasmine's husband got involved. So, with that development, Jasmine, she came to social media seeking advice. And this is her letter on social media. I teach French at a university. I have two stepchildren, ages 12 and 14. The mom wants me to teach them at home after my working hours. I said, I'm not a free teacher. My work is tiring enough. She replied, what kind of stepmom are you? My husband didn't say a word. The next day, I entered my room and was shocked to find a note that read, you are not a free teacher, and this is not a free house. I confronted my husband, and he said that if I expect to be paid to teach his kids, then he expects me to pay rent for living under his roof. I refused and said, you own the house. We don't pay rent for it. He smirked. He smirked. Well, I think I can understand why he smirked, because he doesn't really probably at this point want to get involved in any kind of a long, outdrawn discussion where there would be no end to it. Because what he might be looking at is that he shouldn't have to pay you, neither his ex-wife. This is now a blended family, and it's part of the package when you get involved in a relationship. A month later, I discovered that my husband had started to secretly use my savings to pay for private tutors for his children. When I confronted him, he admitted it and said, if you won't help them, someone has to. Feeling betrayed and manipulated, I decided to leave and stay with a friend. Now I am questioning if I made the right decision or if I overreacted and should have thought the kids from the beginning. Now, you know, I would say here that given the financial and the emotional impact that this is having on you, I really believe that both of you needs couples therapy, because you're at a point now where you don't trust your husband because he's messing with your account, and he doesn't trust you either. And that's why, we should never assume. Sometimes people get involved in relationship and make the assumption that the other party will pull their weight, and there are some things that are natural in a relationship, and it does not need to be discussed. But lo and behold, in this particular situation, it isn't working like that. Maybe the husband is figuring that, well, you're now my wife, and you are a stepmom. He's not seeing her as an outsider. Yeah, he's probably hoping that she's fully committed. So, what is really needed here is you have to rebuild trust between you and your husband. You have to define your roles and responsibility in this family, because things can really fall apart real fast if you don't get this thing straightened out really soon. You want to establish rules that involve finance, your contribution to the family, your contribution towards savings. I don't believe, in my opinion, that abandoning your family, walking away, was a good decision. No, you're an educated woman. You have to understand that walking away, leaving a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old unsupervised, because I'm assuming now that your husband have to work. But you're not thinking about the fact that you're abandoning your husband, you're abandoning the two kids. Now you're saying that, well, they are his kids. Once you marry someone who have children, particularly in that age group, they need your supervision. Now, you're a stepmom. You should be playing the role of a mother, not walking away and abandoning your family. And I'm assuming here your husband, he has a job. Now, he might have to make different arrangements with his children, with his biological kids, to make sure that they are safe when he's away. I think that's a poor decision. And the faster you get some kind of a couples therapy to build trust with not only your husband, also with the kids, because they are at an age where they understand what's going on. They are seeing this plays out, and it will affect them. It will affect them emotionally. They need constant supervision. You can't just walk away from teenagers like that and your husband. This is not about any serious abuse here. I don't see where this situation warrants you abandoning your family. This is the eyeballer on our changing world.